We usually begin manifestation with hope. We focus on our dreams and do our best to align our intentions with the universe. We expect the path to open once our desire becomes clear. We imagine progress will come in a direct and graceful way. But have you ever wondered why manifestation rarely unfolds in a straight line? Why does the journey often become harder before it becomes visible? The universe seems to lead us through many intermediate steps. Those steps are not always there to stop us, but to prepare us. They shape our readiness for the greater reality we are asking to receive. In that sense, they function like cosmic assessments. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to prove the depth of our commitment. Every delay asks whether we are truly ready. It is almost as if each trial whispers the same question. Are you really prepared for the treasure you keep calling in? The truth is that once these trials are faced, something begins to open. The universe no longer feels closed, and the desire starts moving closer. That is why manifestation is so enchanting. It offers the possibility that our inner vision can become outer reality. The attraction of that idea is undeniable. We want to believe that our deepest desires can emerge in the visible world. Yet this path also contains difficult moments. During those moments, two important questions naturally arise. What truly sustains the art of manifestation? And why do so many people stumble while trying to walk this path? At first, anyone can stumble. Manifestation is not just desire, but the union of intention and alignment. That is where the real challenge begins. Sometimes, instead of immediate positive change, a wave of difficulty appears. It can seem as if the universe is presenting the opposite of our desires. That contradiction can feel deeply unsettling. We may choose goals rooted in positivity, wealth, new opportunities, and inspiring relationships. Yet life may suddenly begin moving in the other direction. In the complex web of life, we can become entangled in circumstances that seem to contradict our intentions. Even our finances may worsen and the pressure may increase. When challenges multiply, it becomes easy to doubt the process. We begin questioning why events seem to turn against us. Still, during this strange phase, we must remain steady in our aspirations. We must hold our vision even while the outer world appears confused. In moments of solitude, clarity begins to appear. We start realizing that the universe may have a deeper method within its apparent chaos. What looks like disorder may actually be a test. It is a test of authenticity, not a punishment. The universe seems to be asking a serious question. Do your desires come from the center of your being? It also asks whether you are truly ready to embrace the reality you seek. Manifestation becomes a journey of truth, not just attraction. It is the process of discovering our most sincere desires. It is also the process of committing to live in alignment with them. Take the desire for great wealth as an example. Many people want abundance, but few understand the transformation it requires. The path to wealth is not only about receiving money. It is about becoming the kind of person who can carry wealth responsibly. That kind of change is personal and deep. It reshapes character, mindset, and the way we respond to life. So when the universe tests us, it may not be denying our desire. It may be asking whether we are ready to walk the path that desire requires. In a world full of ambition, these tests remain a mystery to many people, but they are often mirrors reflecting the depth of our longing. They show us whether we are ready to embrace the true essence of our dream. They reveal whether we want the outcome without accepting the identity that comes with it. Once this becomes clear, the path begins to make sense. We start understanding how to move through the trials instead of fighting them blindly. Then change can happen like the turning of a page. What once seemed blocked suddenly begins to realign. We discover that the struggles we faced were not meaningless obstacles. They were stepping stones moving us closer to what we sought. In time, the path shifts back into harmony. Sometimes the very things we desired begin materializing soon after. This is one of the most mysterious aspects of manifestation. The universe seems to guide us toward our truest self before it gives us what matches it. And that brings us to the deeper question at the center of all of this. What is manifestation actually responding to? It is not simply about the universe fulfilling our specific requests. It is about something more profound than wish fulfillment. The universe is not a machine that grants whatever we ask for. It behaves more like a mirror reflecting our inner state. That is the essence of manifestation. We do not receive only what we request, but what aligns with who we are. Think about the desires people carry in their hearts. They want financial prosperity, deep love, meaningful work, or a beautiful home. Yet, as long as the inner self remains unchanged, lasting change stays out of reach. If we keep resonating at the same level, reality tends to repeat itself. That is why inner transformation is fundamental. Without it, external change remains unstable or temporary. Here the universe appears not as an enemy, but as a sculptor. Its challenges shape us into someone capable of holding more. Difficulty becomes an invitation to shift our perspective. Hardship asks us to embody a new energy before the outer result fully appears. We must ask ourselves a difficult question. Can we mirror abundance even when circumstances still look limited? When we awaken to that perspective, we begin seeing opportunity inside challenge. The transformation starts happening in the mind before it becomes visible in life. This is not only a change in circumstances. It is a change in mindset, perception, and identity. That leads to the second layer of the universe's intention. It seems to watch whether we will remain committed to the new self we claim to want. By declaring our desires, we are choosing more than an outcome. We are choosing a rebirth into a different version of ourselves. It is that new version that the universe begins shaping. Life gently and sometimes forcefully pushes us to live as the person who already belongs to the dream. The challenges we face become markers of that transformation. They confirm that something in us is being restructured. Every time we begin manifesting, we are making a choice. We either cling to the old self or move toward the new one. To understand this more clearly, imagine your old self as a living creature. It has lived in your mind, your habits, and your reactions for a very long time. Now imagine that a new creature arrives and claims the same space. Naturally, the former resident will resist being replaced. The old self challenges the newcomer because it wants to remain in control. It fights to preserve the familiar, even if the familiar no longer serves you. This metaphor explains why manifestation often becomes more difficult before it works. The old self begins rebelling against transformation. Your past patterns, beliefs, and emotional habits do not disappear quietly. They resist because they sense that their time is ending. Yet this resistance should not always be seen as bad news. Often it means the old self is already starting to dissolve. That is why the first step is not fear, but understanding. We can greet this rebellion with a strange kind of gratitude. When old patterns fight back, it often means they are losing their hold. Their resistance is a sign of collapse, not permanent power. Many people step back at this stage. They become frightened by inner upheaval and retreat into the safety of the familiar. They preserve the old identity because change feels too uncertain. But the moment of resistance is often the doorway to transformation. Once we understand that, we stop interpreting upheaval as failure. We begin seeing it as evidence that metamorphosis has already begun. The more the old self rebels, the more it may be falling apart. Each day becomes a chapter in its gradual disappearance. The next step is to embody the qualities of the self you want to become. When a challenge appears, do not respond only with complaint or fear. Instead, ask how your future self would meet this moment. How would the wiser, stronger, more abundant version of you think, feel, and act? This simple practice gives remarkable guidance. By stepping into that mindset, you start responding from the future instead of reacting from the past. Another essential part of the journey is celebrating progress. Manifestation is rarely instant, so every small victory matters. When you honor those victories, you teach your subconscious that change is real. Step by step, you build a bridge between who you are and who you are becoming. In the end, manifestation is not about perfection or overnight results. It is about steady inner evolution, and the universe responds when you become equal to the life you seek.